Hey, Accel Sports family, Jesse here. Wanted to get this quick video to go out to everybody as our program continues to grow, and we just finished up a really successful USA Track and Field Youth Nationals, 14 medals, 17 personal records, and so many more great things that are coming. We are now officially entering into our summer aerobic training block, okay? So we're building the foundation, building the base for cross-country season, and as we continue to grow, we continue to adapt and evolve. We now have, a lot of you guys don't even know this, I actually have friends with kids in, I think, 4 different states now who are running our training programs. And so just not everybody's going to be there at practice all the time. It's summertime. You guys will be traveling. And right now I'm down here at the beach myself. But I just want to get this out because we will be driving back all day tomorrow to get there in time for Tuesday practice. So we're going to make a couple of pivots with some of the aerobic stuff we're doing, just so we're continuing to get the right stimulus through training. So, continue with Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday training. For varsity, we're going to start offering a 4th optional day here in a couple of weeks. I've got one more trip to Colorado still. And then when I get back from that is when we plan to add that in as well. So anyway, all that being said is, the runs are really simple. You guys already know Saturday long runs. It's all about just getting a long time, running slow, running easy. The Saturday long runs are the most important runs that we're doing. And half the group still doesn't do them, and that's okay. We understand that, but I want to encourage you, if you've not yet started doing the Saturday long runs, to start adding those in. If you cannot join us Saturdays at 7:30, we understand that too, but you got shoes, you can run anywhere, anytime. Adding that in will be a huge difference maker, especially if you're one of our middle school, high school boys. We really want to be getting to 7+ miles every Saturday. Long runs should be slow, easy, at conversational pace, okay? So then on the other 2 days, we're going to be doing time-based workouts. And so it's you guys are already familiar with running paces. So if any of you are not clear what your paces should be, reach out, let me know, and we'll help you guys understand that. But it's all going to be about how long we run for, not how far we run. Although I kind of have targets in mind, we're not going to track that, okay? Because this is what's important. I mean, again, like starting this week, we got heat advisories here in Middle Tennessee. And so paces sometimes need to be adjusted because of the heat, but don't not listen to your parents, of course. But I understand that we probably won't always feel like running on the really hot days in the summer. I understand that. But I want to make sure you understand that just like the Saturday long runs are super important, heat training is actually super beneficial with like the physiological changes that happen with blood plasma and oxygen delivery and everything. That if you consistently training the heat through the summer and get the miles in, okay, it's all about consistently building our weekly mileage over time, then you are going to reap great benefits in the fall, okay? So the paces can adjust some if we need to based upon the heat. That is totally fine, but we want to make sure that we're getting the time in for the run. So you'll see 1 day a week we are doing, it's not exactly a progression run, it's more like a fartlek, but essentially where you're going to see it says like 3-minute easy, 1-minute mile. That means you're going to run 3 minutes at your easy run pace, the same pace as Saturday runs, right? You should be able to talk. Shouldn't be completely winded on it. But then every 4th minute, you're going to accelerate up to your mile pace, and then without stopping, you're going to go right back into it. So they're either like 4 1s or 3 2s. There's different ways that I have the intervals broken up. You'll see that in there. But if it says like 25 minutes. 4 easy 1 mile, that means for 25 minutes straight, you're going to do 4 minutes at easy pace, 1 mile, 1 minute at mile pace, straight into 4 minutes at easy pace, 1 minute at mile pace. And you do the full 25 minutes without stopping, if that's what it says, okay? And of course, the other one is tempo runs. Tempo run, so you should know your mile pace because that's what determines what group you're in. So that's how you know what your mile pace is. Your easy pace is usually going to be about 2.5 to 3 minutes per mile slower than that, probably 3 minutes per mile with the summertime. So if you're a 7-minute miler, your easy pace is probably like 10 minutes, okay? Our faster kids, they might be more like a 9-minute mile pace. But again, we want to keep it easy. If you are so out of breath that you cannot talk, if your heart rate is up at 180, it's too high. We need to keep it relaxed and work on building the aerobic adaptations, okay? But tempo runs are about 30 to 45 seconds per mile slower than your 5K run. So let's say that you run a 22-minute 5K, which is like it's like 7:09 pace, okay? So if you run a 22-minute 5K, which is like 7:09 pace, that means your tempo pace is going to be like 8:55 per mile, or 7:55 per mile, maybe 8 minutes, somewhere around there. And so on those tempo runs, we want to sustain that pace. It also has great aerobic benefit. Now it's faster than, think about this, it's faster than an easy run, but it's slower than your 5K pace, right? So if most of you guys are, a 25 to 30 minute 5K, and so if you're running 25 minutes at tempo pace, that means you're running it slower than 5K pace. You should be able to hold that and sustain that. And so I just want to make sure you guys understand this. The training is written for, I finished writing the training for the entire summer leading up through the first cross country race of the season, which is September 8th. And then Sherry's runs a few days after that. We also have one 5K time trial in there. That's gonna be a good checkpoint for us. So we do all of our pacing groups for Sherry's run. We love you guys. We are so grateful for the work that you're putting in. It's amazing to see what God's doing and building here through this organization. Of course, if you have any questions, reach out, let me know, talk to any of your coaches during practice. But this is gonna be an amazing summer of hard work and consistency, and it's gonna set all of us up for great success in the